Do you feel like your investment account is too small to make any real difference in your life? Worse, you're trying to change your life, but debt won't even let you breathe? If you're a father, you know you don't have time to waste. Between bills, payments, and the fear of not being able to give the best to those you love, investing seems impossible to even think about. But what if I told you that this is exactly where the turning point begins? In this video, I'm going to show you, step by step, how it's possible to grow your small trading account in 2025, even starting from absolute zero. And when I say zero, I really mean zero. It doesn't matter if you only have $100 to invest. What matters is what you do with it. If this already makes sense to you, take advantage of this beginning and hit that like button, because this content might change the way you see money. And if you want to continue this journey with us, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Here, we're committed to the truth. Before I show you the way, I need to tell you an uncomfortable truth. The system was not made for people with little money. Everything is designed to keep those in debt stuck in that cycle. Credit cards, overdrafts, loans. It all seems like a solution at first, but quickly becomes a prison with silent interest that drains you bit by bit. Each month, you pay and it feels like nothing ever changes. Now breathe and pay attention. Even with little, you can turn this game around. By changing the way you see your small account. What seems small today can multiply. Not with magic, nor with false promises of getting rich quick, but with strategy, discipline, and vision. Think like someone building a house. You don't need 1,000,000 bricks right now. You need a solid foundation. And that's what we're going to build together starting today. If this beginning makes sense to you, comment below, "I will get out of this," because just by watching this far, you've already taken the first step. Now, before we talk about numbers or strategies, you need to face your reality head-on. There's no point trying to grow an investment account if the rest of your financial life is a blazing fire. So the first step is both simple and hard. Face your debts. List everything. Find out where the biggest leak is. Many fathers make the mistake of thinking investing is only for those who are already stable. But the truth is, the harder your situation, the more necessary it is to start investing, even if it's with just a little. Because that little will be the seed of your turnaround. Here's a metaphor. Imagine you're in a leaking boat. The debts are the water coming in. Your salary is the bucket trying to get that water out. But investments are the engine, the only thing that can get you out of that sea. But to start that engine, you need energy. And that energy comes from your decision to no longer accept scarcity as normal. And if you're listening to this and feel like it's speaking directly to you, share this video with another father who needs this turnaround. Now I want to teach you a simple method that can transform the way you deal with your small account. I call it the 3-block method. It's a way of dividing your account strategically so it can grow in a sustainable way. Block 1. 70% of the amount goes to safe and consistent investments. Government bonds, fixed income products with daily liquidity. These assets aren't glamorous, but they are the foundation. They create the safety cushion you need. Block 2. 20% goes to learning. This is where you begin experimenting with your broker's platform, understanding how stocks and real estate funds work, investing in knowledge. It's your training field. And Block 3, may be the most powerful. 10% goes to intelligent experimentation. Here you can test day trading with control, swing trading, more aggressive funds. These 10% are your laboratory. And they will teach you more about financial behavior than any book. As Warren Buffett once said, risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. When you understand your plan, fear decreases. Hope grows. And that's what transforms. Take a moment and tell me in the comments, which part of the 3-block method made the most sense to you? Have you ever heard that money attracts money? It's not mysticism, it's behavior. When you start treating your small account with respect, it begins to grow. It's like a plant. If you despise the seed, it never bears fruit. But if you water it with discipline, even slowly, it blooms. So if today you look at your account and see only $97.87, don't be discouraged. See it as the first brick of the house you'll leave for your children. A house of freedom, of peace, of being able to say no to your boss without fear, because you have savings. Start studying every day. 20 minutes a day will already change your mindset. Watch videos like this. Read. Talk about money at home. And above all, take action. Because just studying without acting is like planning a trip and never leaving the house. If you're enjoying the content, leave a like now. This simple gesture helps this video reach more fathers like you. Before any financial strategy, before numbers or spreadsheets, there's a territory that must be conquered, your mind. Most people who fail in investing don't lose money because they picked the wrong asset. They fail because they carry limiting beliefs that sabotage every attempt to prosper. Have you ever heard someone say, "This isn't for me," or "I'm bad with money"? These phrases are like invisible fences that keep you stuck in a barren field where nothing grows. The first real step to grow your small account is to break those internal chains. You don't need to have studied economics or be a genius with charts. What you need is a new role, the guardian of your family's future. A guardian is someone who protects, learns, grows, and leads. When you take on that role, every dollar that enters your account is treated like a seed that can bear fruit. Change the way you talk to yourself. Say, "I'm learning, I can invest better than I did yesterday. My small account is just the beginning." This internal shift is the first fuel for your journey. If you're starting with little, the best way not to get lost is to think in short cycles. Forget vague goals like, "I want to be rich someday." Let's work with 90-day blocks. During this period, you'll focus on 3 fronts: increasing your knowledge, testing simple strategies, and evaluating the results. A practical example. In the first 30 days, focus on learning about fixed income and opening an account with a brokerage. In the next 30 days, you put $10 per week into a government bond and start understanding the movements. In the 3rd month, you test a bolder investment with $20 in a safe stock. At the end of the cycle, you review, write everything down, and define the next one. Small goals are easier to maintain and bring quick wins. This fuels your motivation. When you break the year into 90-day cycles, your account stops being an endless wait and becomes a living laboratory. You see, test, and grow. If this makes sense, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to follow the next cycles we're going to launch together. Many fathers say they don't have money to invest. But is that really true? Let's talk about hidden money. It's hidden in the small distractions of daily life. The coffee that became routine, the streaming subscription nobody uses, the credit card bill full of small installments. Add it all up. Do this exercise now. Look at your statement and identify 5 useless expenses from the last 30 days. I bet you'll find between $50 and $200 there. That's your hidden money. That's the capital that can feed your small account. The magic happens when you turn that invisible value into a conscious investment. It's like sealing leaks before filling a bucket. This step is more important than picking the best stock on the market. Because without it, your account will always run dry. If this chapter made you reflect, leave a like on the video. It shows that you're tuned in and ready to unearth wealth from your own routine. Discipline is one of the scarcest virtues when it comes to money. But what if you didn't have to rely on it every single day? The answer is automation. Imagine that every month, $50 leave your checking account and go straight into your brokerage account, invested in a safe fund or asset. No need to remember. No need to decide. That removes the emotional burden of choice and turns investing into a habit. Today, technology allows even people with little time or knowledge to have a portfolio growing automatically. Use that power. Set up automatic debits, define monthly contributions, use apps that round up your purchases and invest the spare change. When you automate, you create consistency. And consistency is the secret for a small account to become a powerful one. As an African proverb says, constant dripping wears away the stone. Your money needs to hit the same spot every month. Did you like the idea? Comment below, "I'm going to automate," and share this tip with someone who always forgets to invest. Einstein called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. And he was right. If you invest $100 per month, with an average return of 1% per month, after 5 years, you'll have $6,800. But look, if you keep going for 10 years, that amount jumps to over $18,000. That's what compound interest does. The secret is not how much you start with, but how long you keep going. It's consistency that activates the snowball effect. Your small account doesn't grow with a single stroke of luck. It grows when you push that snowball month after month, even if it seems like it's barely moving. Every penny that returns to your account and gets reinvested speeds up the process. And there comes a time when your account starts working on its own, and what used to be effort becomes harvest. For that, all you need is time, patience, and persistence. Did you like this line of thinking? Then go ahead and leave a like and share it with someone who always gives up too soon. One of the biggest advantages of starting small is that no one expects anything from you. Use that to your advantage. Learn in silence. Test in silence. Invest in silence. While everyone is showing off unrealistic gains on social media, you'll be learning deeply what actually works for you. A stealth investor is someone who grows without drawing attention, but when they appear, they've already built a solid foundation. They don't skip steps, and they don't risk everything on a single bet. They observe, take notes, and study. And at the right moment, they know exactly where to put their money. Use this phase of anonymity as a lab. Write down every mistake. Study every small victory. One day, you'll look back and realize your small account turned into an empire, built brick by brick. Money can either be a source of conflict at home or a lever for unity. Parents often carry the financial weight alone, trying to protect their spouse and children from the stress. But the truth is, you don't need to hide it, you need to involve them. Creating a culture of financial awareness in your household is one of the greatest gifts you can give your family. Invite your kids to learn how investments work. Show your partner where the money is going. Set goals together, like, let's save X dollars for our emergency fund, or let's cut Y to invest in Z. Turn your financial routine into a game of teamwork, not a game of blame. When everyone is playing on the same team, the burden gets lighter, the focus gets stronger, and the results come faster. Your small account grows much more when it's supported by the people living under the same roof. If this chapter inspired you, comment below, "My family is coming with me," and share this video with someone who's on the same journey. Yes, saving and investing smartly is essential. But there's a limit to how much you can cut. The path to growing your account quickly also involves increasing your income. And here's the question that few people ask. What can you sell, create, or do with the time you have? Maybe you know how to cook and can sell meals at work. Maybe you're good with your hands and can do repairs or assemble furniture on weekends. Maybe you can sell things you no longer use. Each new income stream is like a new river feeding your financial lake. Many parents underestimate what they can do because they're already overwhelmed. But what if a side hustle, done for just 3 months, could double your investment account? It would be worth it. And if you want us to make a video with practical ideas to boost your income in 2025, comment, "I want extra income." And be sure to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of good stuff coming. When you invest with little money, every cent feels emotionally heavy. If it goes up, you celebrate like you won the lottery. If it drops, panic sets in. But the secret to growing your account is building emotional armor. The financial market is like the ocean. It rises and falls all the time. If you let your emotions decide for you, you'll sell low and buy high. And that's the opposite of what you should be doing. That's why you need rules. Don't check your investments every day. Have clear goals and fixed dates for review. When emotions kick in, remind yourself of your strategy. Write it on paper. My mission is to grow with consistency, not with impulses. You can't avoid fear or euphoria, but you can learn not to act on them. That's financial maturity. That's what separates those who play at investing from those who build real wealth. If that truth stung, it's because you needed to hear it. Leave a like here, because this kind of honest content is hard to find. Investing can be lonely, but it doesn't have to be. When you're part of a group with the same goals, the journey speeds up. It could be a WhatsApp group, an online community, or even a group from your church or neighborhood that studies finances together. There, you share mistakes, lessons, and victories. You encourage each other. And that has a powerful impact. Comparison shifts. Instead of comparing yourself to people who already have a lot, you compare with those on the same path and see real progress. Plus, groups offer opportunities. Sometimes someone recommends a free course, a no-fee brokerage, or a side hustle idea. Isolating yourself is a mistake. Seeking support is strength. Comment here if you'd like to join a group with other parents focused on growing their small accounts. Who knows, maybe we'll create a community here on the channel. A lot of people give up because they think they're going nowhere. But the problem isn't lack of progress, it's how you're measuring it. Your $300 account didn't turn into $3,000 in 3 months? Okay, but it went from minus $300 to plus $300. You learned how to use a brokerage account. You read 2 books. You stopped making silly purchases on installment. That's invisible progress. Write down every micro-win. Create a notebook or notes app where you log what you learned, what you avoided spending, what extra money you earned. That not only keeps you motivated, it protects you from discouragement. It's like losing weight. You might not see changes in the mirror, but you're stronger, lighter, and healthier. Your financial life works the same way. And when you value those invisible steps, the visible results come even stronger. If this chapter clicked with you, comment, "I'm moving forward," and show it to someone who needs to stop comparing themselves to people who are years ahead. Look to the future now. Close your eyes and picture yourself in 2035. Your son or daughter looks into your eyes and asks, "Dad, how did we get here?" What do you want to say? That you ignored the opportunities? That you were scared? Or that you started small, scared even, but didn't stop? Having a long-term vision is what transforms a small account into true freedom. You need to picture yourself there. You need to visualize what you're building. A trip you'll pay for. A paid-off car. A peaceful retirement. The peace of knowing that even if something happens, your family is protected. That doesn't happen overnight. But it starts today. With you. With this video. With a decision. If you've made it this far, you've already proven that you're no longer at the starting point. Now it's time to keep going. Subscribe, turn on the notifications, and send this video to 3 people who also need to build that future vision. Because your legacy begins with a small account and a big choice. The biggest mistake you can make right now is doing nothing, pretending everything is fine, or waiting to earn more before you start. Time doesn't stop, and your family's future depends on what you do today. If you're in debt, that's okay. You're not alone. But you can't let that define you. You can learn to invest even with little. You can multiply a small account if you have clarity, courage, and consistency. And you can, I repeat, you can, in fact, transform your financial life in 2025. Not through luck, but through the power of decision. Now tell me, what will your kids remember about you 10 years from now? Someone who gave up. Or someone who fought, even with little, and changed everything? If this video touched you in any way, comment below, "I'm turning this game around." Share it with someone who needs this right now. And subscribe to the channel, because here we talk about money with truth, empathy, and one single goal, to help you break free and build freedom. One step at a time, always with you at the center of the journey.